Hello there, Merry Christmas and welcome to Faceoff. I am Neota Egbe. Now I know that this is the last edition of Faceoff for 2013, so we're going to do something that many have talked about but haven't had the opportunity. So we're looking at something that on Monday raised a lot of controversy, or some level of controversy in some quarters, when the senior special assistant to the president said this is the best government so far, and gave the government 60 to 65%, which he said is a pass mark. In some quarters, they feel that the government should be given a minimum of 90%. Now, some others say they shouldn't be given anything above 30%. What is your opinion? Today on FaceUp, we are assessing governance in Nigeria in 2013, both at the federal and at the state level. In the state level, we might need to pick some examples, but we're looking at issues like health, education, the economy, infrastructure, security, and the impact of all these things on the average Nigerian. How has that Nigerian been affected in 2013 in the area of governance? That's what we're looking at on FaceUp today, this Christmas edition of FaceUp. Maybe I should have started with a Christmas carol, but okay, sorry, no time for that. But this is what we're going to look at today, and I have two gentlemen in the studio, both of them Nigerians living in Lagos who are affected in one way or the other by the things happening here. On my left, I have Okpeyemi Ahmed, who is the national coordinator of the Ambassadors Group. He's a young man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on the show. And to the side, another young man too, who is of the Yaba LCDA. He's the man coordinating affairs there. Jide Jimo, thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
He's also a young man. So today is a young man's affair. Let's see how we'll do this. So we'll take a quick break and now return. We'll look at the situation, assessing governance in 2013. How did we fare? We'll be back shortly. Don't go away.
This is still the best administration we have had since independence. There is no administration in the history of this country that has achieved so much in 3 years since 1960 to date. None. If you know anyone, let's just go into the record, let's go into the history, bring out what they have done in 3 years. There is no administration in Nigeria that has achieved, and I mean it, and I'm standing by it. But to be if I'm to grade this administration, I would say very good. So far, it has performed very good. I will not say excellent, but I will say very good. That's the region of 60 to 65%.
Welcome back. A very good pass mark he has given to the administration, 60 to 65%. That's the senior special assistant to the president, Dr. Doyin Okukwe, speaking on governance so far. He says, look into history. What has any administration been able to do in 3 years? This is where we start up our conversation. Gentlemen, you were not given the chance to say your stance, but let's begin now. So state your position.
Yep.
In 20 seconds, please.
In 20 seconds, as we have said it all, once again, thank you for giving us the platform to talk. The special advice, senior special assistant to the president have said it all. There is no administration in this country that have done what Goodluck Ebele Jonathan have achieved. Have done 60 to 65%. The achievement I was saying is very good. But if I'm to also rate, I'm going to give you a pass mark of about 65%. Let me start looking at the security challenges that started during this administration. Not that it started during this administration, but it came fully during this administration. Despite the security challenges, the president and his team could try all their possible best to ensure the country is moving forward. We all here can attest to the fact that in the aviation sector is moving forward, the transport sector is moving forward, health is moving forward, even the education sector that also went on strike is also moving forward, because for listening to their demand, it shows the president is a listening president. The education sector is moving forward. Even the economy itself, everybody can attest to the fact that the economy is also moving forward, zipping off leakages in the system, saving billions of naira. We can also say, even fighting corruption, this administration is even trying. So if people are saying the president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan tenure is doing nothing, we will be wondering and saying that what are they saying that they are doing nothing? This administration had tried. Not if there is anything above tried, I will use to qualify this administration. 3 years, we can see the difference of democracy.
Thank you very much. I welcome the debate. It's a necessity and it's very important. One thing I just want us to know, the Nigerians are not fools, and they know what is happening. For anybody to come up and compare this administration with other administrations, where we had people like late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, where we have produced Tafawa Balewa, where we have produced Nnamdi Azikiwe, and they have performed excellently well. Some people will now be comparing that administration with this administration. This administration is nothing but failure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so you said everything is good. So you asked the first question.
From him?
Ask him your question.
Yeah, my question is simply this. You have come out to say the president, can you name one sector in the Jonathan administration that is not working?
Thank you very much.
Because we have said
I'm happy you are a young man.
Yes, that's good.
And we must all together
That's very good.
put all effort together and take this country to a greater heights.
We are already doing that.
Believe you me, security situation in this country is nothing to write home about.
But you can get your
And anywhere in the whole world, there are so many indices, yardstick, and parameters you can use to measure governance. 1, security. 2, economy. 3, power supply. 4, education. And 5, corruption. Out of these 5 I've mentioned, this administration has done nothing. And I stand to be corrected by anybody, because as a young man, I don't know where you are working, a graduate of about 10 years from 10 years to this time, up till now has never gotten a job in this country, and they are graduates. The security situation is nothing to write home about. As you are coming, I know you too, I mean, just yesterday, a bishop, a well-known bishop, was abducted in this country, and you are telling us, you are telling the entire country that this administration is the best.
Definitely.
The economic situation in this country is nothing but zero.
Okay, let me.
Power supply, if as we are here right now on Channels television, they are on generator.
Definitely.
This channel today now, they are generating sets.
Okay.
And I believe channel will not rely on power supply from the government, except generating sets.
Thank you very much.
How or not do you think we can go on with that? Go to Ghana and see what is happening there. We must change this country to better. That is the challenge. Let me now ask you this question.
Okay, let's respond.
I want this section we are already to be
yes.
So Nigerians will be able to listen to when we start rolling out the achievements. I know we're on Faceoff where we are supposed to be exchanging, but I want Nigerians to listen. You have mentioned the fact that the security network in Nigeria is not good, but you are here peacefully, you are here today. Even those places that the security network was so bad, places like Adamawa, Borno, Yobe, you can attest to the fact that the president had already tried a lot to ensure stability gets to those places. Except you want to play politics with it. If the place is not secure, I doubt how the APC state governors will go there and visit, because they went there safe and they came back safely. Not one. The issue of the economy is this. You said the economy today is not functioning, but let me tell you this. If you pass through this Lagos-Ibadan expressway you are coming from, you can attest to the fact that every day new company springs up. And let me learn. Anytime the president comes to Lagos, you will know he's coming to commission one project or two, and you tell him the economy is working. The issue of job creation you are talking about, thank you very much. That you're also an executive chairman of an LCDA. You too should be able to try and ensure you create jobs for your people. The federal government is not the only tiers of government in Nigeria. We have the state government, we have the local government. Even sometimes we have the LCD as created by Lagos State.
We are not the enabling environment.
The enabling environment is
part of enabling environment.
The enabling environment is federal government. The enabling environment is there because you as a government you are supposed to liars. All government at all level must produce a conducive environment. And you mentioned the issue of power supply. You can attest to this fact. You see a lot of things are working. It was gone at those days. Yes, a lot. $18 billion. What's happening? $18 billion. What's happening? I'm not aware. In channels now there's lights.
In channels, the example. Let's go ahead.
The power supply you're talking about, some administrations spent $18 billion and nothing was achieved. Thank God now we all can attest. Even despite that the electricity distribution we have now is not up to what we expect, but you can say for the past 3 years, and as people that came on board and made 2,000 plus, is now giving us 5,000 plus megawatt. That is to say, in the next 3 years, we have 10,000 megawatt. And thank you very much. Your government just commissioned an independent power plant in Alausa. We want to know the cost of that independent power plant, and we want to know what the effect. Because if you look at the cost of the governor, if you are to look at what the state government have done to erect that one, definitely you'll be talking of trillions of naira, because little megawatt was consumed by a lot of billions of naira. So the government is trying its possible in power supply, and you'll be shocked by this time June we're expecting 24 hours of supply. And you talk about the issue of corruption. Corruption, as far as I'm concerned, in this administration, they are trying their possible to reduce it to the barest minimum. A lot of people are...
Sorry, if I'm becoming the... How?
That's what I'm trying to... Gone are those days in the past where some people will use corruption, the so-called name of corruption, to start to enchant people. Now you have a listening president that will listen before you take a decision. And that is the good characteristics of a good leader. You are saying the corruption, but I'm telling you, billions of naira have been saved. Almost 189 billion naira
in Nigeria.
In Nigeria from ghost workers only. You can even attest to the fact that the chairman of PDP, this one, is also being tried to court for corruption. If the government is trying to be political, it will not go and meet their friends.
Can I ask you this question?
You can ask me.
As a young man.
Definitely.
I want you to tell the whole world where you have witnessed or you have observed that educational standard or educational system in a particular country has been off completely for 6 months.
Thank you very much.
Please mention one.
Thank you very much.
That's number one. Just mention one.
One country.
Then after the one country that the educational system has been done off completely for 6 months. Mention one.
Thank you very much.
Mention one, please.
Yes.
Let's hear what the hear this. It's very important.
It's not only in Nigeria people go.
No, I said mention one.
But the duration of
I'm not talking about that. I'm now saying about the education. University of this country
went on strike. This is not the first time I went on strike.
I said mention one country
apart from Nigeria.
Yes, apart from that, that educational system have been off complete for 6 months. Please,
just one country
for the purpose of posterity. Please,
that's what I mentioned. Do you know what the problem is? You are trying to compare Nigeria with the world.
Do you have any example?
If you don't have, now go on with the following up question.
No,
you have an example.
The educational sector of Nigeria.
Mention one country, please.
Hold on. You are telling us now on live that there's no. Let me
mention one.
I will mention one. Mention one. There are many countries of the world.
Please.
Hold on. Let me chip in.
No, that's
there are many countries it's not a follow-up question. There are many countries of the world where strike exists.
No.
People can go on strike. Even many even in Ghana that you compare to, let's use Ghana. They go on strike. It is left for the government to call the people and negotiate and settle everything. Going on strike.
You know why I'm saying this? You know why I'm saying this?
Yes, sir.
You are a young man.
Definitely I'm a young man.
The purpose of our future.
Yeah.
The purpose of the future of this country, purpose of the future of the yet unborn children. Please and please, let us be realistic and be sincere and fear God. I just want you to mention one country where you have
said it. I've said it. I said it in Ghana. Hold on.
For 6 months.
The duration of months does not really matter.
No.
Because they have the right to negotiate.
You know what 6 months means in education?
Let me give you the secret. You know, if the government will allow us to go on strike and pay off, how much is your state charging people in last year? Tell people now.
Don't worry. You know why I'm asking?
Lagosians are paying 250,000 naira.
If our education
for school fees,
if our education, that's the university, can be off for 6 months. You know what that means.
But this same primary school education, I've been in Lagos when primary school education was off for 1 year. My brother, somebody has come to
if you have not answered that question, if you have
I'll give you an example of Ghana. It happens in South Africa.
Never have the right to go on strike. It has never happened
the right to go on strike
in South Africa for 6 months. It has never.
The duration.
You don't need to call here and say what is not.
You can easily Google it and check on it.
That's
for you to say people don't go on strike. It's uncalled for.
I've never said it.
Let's move beyond.
That's the only one question I've just asked. I've told you that. Let me follow up with another question. Another question is this: will you please tell the whole world why a bishop, a well-known bishop, could be kidnapped in this country?
Thank you very much. You see, one thing I would advise the opposition to do. You see, it's high time you see Nigerian as a collective government. We in Lagos are under your leadership. Yes or no?
Yeah, of course.
We are under the leadership of APC.
Yes.
To some of us, we are opposition in the state.
Yeah, of course.
Are you the ruling class?
Yes.
The government at the top is a general government.
Of course.
The ruling class. Well, you are the opposition at the center. What I want you to know, if you said a bishop is being kidnapped, that is why we say the security network. You don't expect the police. And thank God, when you said the man is being kidnapped, but the man has been released. Don't forget, for crime to happen, it takes a lot. But thank God it has been resolved. I'm happy. When it happens,
another question to you, with due respect, is that the small scale industry in Nigeria today are no longer in existence. What's the problem?
Thank you very much.
The small scale industry are no longer in existence. What's the problem?
I will now need to.
If the small scale industry are no longer in existence, how do you want to?
How do you generate tax in your local government?
No, you have never.
How do you generate tax in your local government if the small scale industry are not working?
Are they working?
How do you generate? How do you generate tax?
Oh God. You don't want to make this thing very interesting.
I'm making it interesting for you.
You know why I'm saying this? You know why I'm saying, because we are debating and discussing issues.
The small scale industry is working.
That is very important to this country, for the development of this country. We are all of us. We combine efforts together and make things happen. That is it.
Okay.
You see, it's very important. Ask me what has the government done. I'm not here on the basis of my local government. Ask me question my local government. I am here.
That's what I'm trying to say. Gentlemen, if I may come in here, you asked a question about strikes in the educational sector. Let me just give you a few examples here.